Most people are starting to use AI agents, but they're making a critical mistake, running everything on their own computer. Now, think about this. Would you trust customer data, automations, and your business processes to something that could shut down at any moment? Well, today I'm going to show you how to solve this the right way, running agents securely in the cloud. And most importantly, how to use this to automate real business operations with OpenCloud. Alright, so let's get to the video. Before we talk about automation, there's a foundation that changes everything, where this runs. When you start using AI agents, you're not just testing a tool, you're creating systems. And these systems can access customer data, internal processes, and integrations with other tools. And this is where VPS comes in, which stands for Virtual Private Server. In practice, it's like having your own computer running in the cloud, with three main advantages. First, isolation. Your data is kept separate from other users. Second, stability. Your agent keeps running even when your computer is turned off. And third, security. You control the environment, access, and all integrations. Well guys, today I want to share with you this new feature that just arrived here at Hostinger. Why? Now you can use OpenCloud with just a single click. In the past, you had to set up your API key and do all those configurations using the terminal. Now everything happens automatically. Listen up, have your own private AI agent, always active and ready in 60 seconds. And here we have the main features. Ready to use AI credits. The AI credits activate your OpenCloud easily. You don't need to access third-party platforms to manage or recharge your balance. Everything is centralized in one place, ensuring total autonomy and convenience. One-click setup. Installing OpenCloud is simple, ideal for those who are just starting out. And finally, security, safe and private. OpenCloud is hosted in an isolated Docker environment, ensuring that you have complete control over your data and conversations. So, everything you do here happens privately. Another very interesting thing is the pricing. You get everything you need in a single plan. So for those who are just starting out, it costs only $30.99 per month. Remember that if you use my coupon, which is down here in the description of this video, you still get a 10% discount. What's included in this plan? Automatic installation of OpenCloud, no agent fee, complete privacy and control, built-in security. Visually manage your AI agents and workflows. Use multiple AI models with flexible credits, compatible with WhatsApp and Telegram, private and secure inbox. So, how do you deploy it? I'll show you in a moment, but it's all very simple. Install OpenCloud with one click, choose a plan, and let the agent handle the automatic setup on your VPS. No technical knowledge is required. Choose where to chat, connect via Telegram or WhatsApp, and start a conversation with your AI assistant in seconds. And finally, OpenCloud is ready to use. No additional configuration is needed. Your OpenCloud AI assistant is already active and ready to start working. In the past, you needed to have some knowledge to avoid making mistakes, but not anymore. With just a single click, you can start using OpenCloud right away. Come on, I'll show you all of this in action. So, after clicking the link that will be down here in the description of this video, you will sign up right here. Once you've signed up on the platform, here on the side panel, you'll have the OpenCloud option. Just click here. In this panel, you already have access to the credits you'll be using. It appears here at the top, and here you have OpenCloud, and you can already start configuring by clicking this button. Here, you can choose your provider, OpenAI, Anthropic, Xi, or Nexus. I'll leave it on Nexus. Here I have my API key, and it already says here, insert your Nexus AI API key to use various models. So that's what we're going to do. This is my key. I'll click Next, and it will start configuring my OpenCloud. The process is very simple. In less than a minute, it will be ready to use. Done. It finished deploying. Now comes the next step. Connect OpenCloud to a messaging app. Here, you talk to your OpenCloud assistant and send tasks to it. I can connect with Telegram or WhatsApp, but soon you'll also be able to make this connection using Discord. Okay, so I'll click here on Telegram then. It already shows here how you create a bot on Telegram to set up this integration, and there are other videos on the channel showing exactly how you do this. Since I already have my bot, I'll take the token I generated and paste it here. Now, just click here to finish the setup and look, in less than 5 seconds, everything is set up, everything is ready. Access the OpenCloud dashboard and start building your assistant, the AI. I have my access key here, which I can copy and keep safe. Whenever I want to do any integration, it will be saved on my computer. Or to open OpenCloud directly on your computer without having to do absolutely anything else, just click this button and that's it. I'm already in my OpenCloud. Then, it already shows that standard message. Hello, I just woke up here in OpenCloud. What do you want to call me? How can I help you? I'll enter Jarvis here as the name, which is the most common, right? I'll also put my name. Remember that everything I'm doing here on the computer can also be automated with my bot. On Telegram, I'll show you that as well. It will ask you questions to get to know you, find out where you live, and your preferred response style. It's becoming my personal assistant. See what it's already asking. What do you want to do now, Gustavo? If you want, I can create reminders, organize tasks and routines, look up something quickly, help with emails and messages, and so on. It can connect with other tools so I can automate various tasks using only OpenCloud. Remember that all of this is running on my VPS from Hostinger in a completely private and secure way. So, to get started, let's create a customer database. Then it already replied, let's set it up the right way. It asked me 4 things. What format do you want? What type of customer? What are the required fields? And so on. Then I have 2 options. It says here that it can set all of this up without me having to answer anything at all, or I can choose exactly what I want. That's what I did here. I'm going to send it now, and now I just have to wait for it to automate the whole process for me. Done. It already set everything up here. I'll ask it to generate the final file. File generated. Now, whenever I add something to my database, it will handle this integration, so I don't need to answer these questions or feed the system. The bot itself will do that for me. So now I'm going to ask OpenCloud to send a message to my Telegram so we can continue the conversation there. Well, I'm going to open Telegram here on my computer so we can see it better. But it can also be done using a cell phone. Alright, so I sent a message here saying I want to create my customer table. Since this is just for demonstration purposes, I asked it to create some fake data. It brought the data here for me in CSV format, but I'm going to ask it to turn it into an Excel table so I can download it. Done, it already sent my file here. If I want to download it, I just need to click, the file is saved, and now I have my table with fake data. So, you see how powerful this automation is. I'm showing a really simple example here. But just imagine if you had a real database with clients, phone numbers, CPF contacts, and so on. You can automate all of this in a completely secure way. Because you're using a VPS here, it's not just out there in the cloud, it's stored in your profile. And from there, you can ask the robot to do any kind of interaction with that database. You can automate, for example, customer service. So, if suddenly your client needs to get in touch with you, asking for some kind of information, you set this up in the bot, and whenever there is this kind of action from the client, the robot will understand and respond for you. And one very important thing, since this runs in the cloud, on a VPS, you can turn off your computer so you don't need to keep your machine on all the time because everything is running in the cloud in a super secure way inside a VPS. Now take a look at this second case, automation of internal processes, back office. The agent can access these temas e rodar tarefas automaticamente. A direct example, you have a spreadsheet with clients. The agent can analyze who is overdue, send notifications, update statuses, and generate an automatic report. Another scenario, orders coming into the system, the agent organizes them by priority, distributes tasks, and updates a dashboard in real time. I'll ask for a simulation so we can see how it works. Look how cool this is. Without me having to do absolutely anything, the robot is performing all those tasks that I would have to do manually. Done! It finished here in just a few seconds. And look how interesting this is. I have here a fictitious database with accounts and subscriptions, some application rules. Down here, it generated a table, an analysis of who is delinquent, and then it listed the detected ones. Anna, Bakery, Clinic, Juliana. And the only one up to date is Carlos, right here. It generated the messages that will be sent to those people who haven't paid yet, automatic status updates, and it created an automatic report. Total clients, overdue customers, estimated outstanding amount. And here, the actions that were triggered. A friendly reminder for Juliana, 2 formal payment requests for Anna and for the bakery, and a final blocking notice for the clinic. Then it's telling me here, if you want, I can adapt this to a real workflow in 5 minutes. What are your statuses? What is the collection channel, WhatsApp or email, and where does the spreadsheet come from? So, this here is amazing just by chatting on my Telegram, and remember that you can also do this through WhatsApp. I'm sending instructions to my robot and I do this only once. From then on, whenever this kind of interaction happens between my company and my clients, the robot itself will understand and will trigger all these actions completely automatically. So, it's a very promising scenario because instead of having to do everything manually, I let the robot work for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and without having to keep my computer on. Everything happens in the cloud in a super secure way. Pretty cool, right? What used to be manual can now run on its own. And the difference here isn't just using AI, it's building a structure that works 24 hours a day, scales easily, and keeps your data safe. So, if you want to set all this up the right way, with everything running in the cloud, I'll leave a link here in the description. And by using my coupon, you still get a 10% discount. Alright, see you, bye bye.
I've been